This week on From the Pages of WWF Magazine, we take a look at the February-March 1987 issue. Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of From the Pages of WWF Magazine. We're going to take a look at the February-March 1987 issue with the Macho Man, Randy Savage, on the cover with that beautiful IC belt. I will have to say, at this time, Macho was my favorite. I know he was a bad guy, but Macho was my favorite. I would like to ask you to please subscribe, please comment, please like, and please share. But now that we got that out of the way, let's get into the pages. Alright guys, here we go. February-March 1987. Randy Savage still holds the belt. Hulk and Piper, can they ever trust one another? Graham's toughest fight, battling back from surgery. Jungle Horrors, Sika and Kamala prowl the WWF. Martel and Zink, Twin Threat. Coco Beware, the Birdman sharpens his talons. And of course, Hogan versus Orndorff, Piper, an unwitting ally. Let's get in there. And here's the LJN ad right in the front. Of course, the action line. And in case you're moving, they'll find you and get you your WWF magazines. The table of contents right here. And this beautiful Coliseum video presents Body Slam, your VCR, the British Bulldogs, Inside the Steel Cage, and the Best of WWF Volume 9. Such a treat. I used to love to rent Coliseum videos, and of course now I have quite a big collection of them. I definitely have the British Bulldogs, I have Inside the Steel Cage, and I think I have the Best of WWF Volume 9. I'll have to check. I just quickly checked and I do not have Volume 9. So, that's one of the ones I've still got to get. Around the Ring. And of course, your RCA, basically like Columbia House, but get 8 for the price of 1. Probably cassettes. WWF Lowdown. Ref Danny Davis. He's in there now. And you've got Old Spice ad. Vengeance prompts Roddy Piper to save Hulk Hogan from Paul Orndorff in this Battle of the Titans. Here is your WWF magazine card to send in and subscribe. Hogan versus Orndorff, Battle of the Titans. Hulk and Piper, can they ever trust one another? Here's more of the Battle of the Titans. Brawl in the Family, Wrestling Fathers and Sons. You got the Rougeaus. Oh, look at that. You've got Bob Orton and his dad. And, of course, now Randy Orton is a WWF or WWE superstar, of course. There's Bret Hart and... Oh, that's not... Who is that? It's not... It looks like Gene Kiniski, but then you've got Bret Hart, obviously, whose dad is Stu Hart. You've got Angelo Poffo, who... I wonder if they just reference Lanny Poffo. They don't reference Macho Man Randy Savage. Yeah, if you look right over here, it just says Lanny Poffo, Angelo Poffo. They do not mention Randy Savage, who of course is also Angelo Poffo's son and Lanny Poffo's brother. Old Granddadsky. I don't know who that is. Oh, the official WWF fan club membership for only $9.95. I'll send $9.95 away to get a full year of being a 1987 WWF fan club member. Getting the boot. Oh, you got to guess whose boots they are. All right, let's do this. Let's do it. Okay. What do you say, guys? Say it out loud. Yep, Jake the Snake. Macho Man. Junkyard Dog. Okay. Here we go. Who's that? King Kong Bundy. Randy Savage. Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Greg the Hammer Valentine. Does it say Las Vegas? That I'm not sure. This is the Can-Am Connection. I'm not sure exactly who. This obviously is Iron Sheik. This is Cowboy Bob Orton, and that's Roddy Piper. And who is this? Howard Finkel? Is it a wrestler? Mr. Fuji? I don't know who that is. Who is this Las Vegas one? Oh, the answers. Let me look. That is Barry O. And this right here is Howard Finkel. The answers are right here. Martel and Zink, the Can-Am Connection. Of course, that was a short-lived team because Zink ended up leaving, and then they partnered Martel with Santana for Strikeforce, which obviously became much more popular, in fact, winning the tag titles. The Wizards Jungle Horrors. Sika and Kamala stalk the ring. They eventually end up with Mr. Fuji. I mean, Kimchi stays, but the Wizard leaves, and Mr. Fuji takes over for managing them. You've asked for it, now it's here. The official WWF fan club. And again, the 86-87 merchandise catalog. We've looked at this in the previous few issues. And it is such a treat to see all this old, classic merch that we all wish we still had. Does anybody ever have these shirts? Does anyone still have these shirts? I have this, but it's a replica. I had ordered something from WWE shop, and this was like a giveaway, Jake the Snake Roberts shirt. So, and I mean, it's, I don't know, probably 10 years ago at this point, but it's not vintage. The Hulkamania collection. That'd be awesome. I'd love this, that Hulkamania sweatshirt. That'd be awesome. Hulk-sized. And of course, some more Hulk Hogan stuff with the American Made. You got puzzles, you got games, you got lunchboxes, you got glasses, you got Coliseum videos, you got calendars. Come on now. And posters. I've said before, I had this one right here, the Macho Man, and I had that Billy Jack Haynes poster. I know I wanted that Elizabeth poster, but never ordered it because I didn't know how to, obviously I was like 10 years old. How would I tell my mom that I wanted that poster? Alright, Wrestling Superstars. Guys, I've got all my Wrestling Superstars LJNs on the first 5 episodes of That Figures here on the channel. Go check it out. They're all the ones I had from a kid. Most of which I know the dates I bought them because I wrote them down as a kid. Here's the end of the catalog and the subscription page. Hulk at high speed. In or out of the ring, the champ lives at a fast pace. Must have had his own boat back then. Or maybe he was just rented it. I don't know. Although it looks very Hulk Hogan-ish. And I'm sure at that point he was just making mad money. That it wasn't too much to get himself a boat. And he's a Florida guy. Yeah, he's got a motorcycle. Sports car. You can have it all. All the news, all the action, all the color, all the stars. Alright, Superstars Toughest Fight. Billy Graham conquers a damaged hip. So that's why it was like he was coming back and then he didn't. And then he comes back later in the year. Because they already promoted him as coming back sometime in 86. But I don't think he ever really made a comeback. And if he did, it was very short-lived. Because I remember him coming in 87. So there is the superstar, Billy Graham. WWF interview, a talk with Tito Santana. Was he just out of the shower? I have a better photo shoot than that. Alright. I love these, poses that they make that they're supposed to be sort of like impromptu, but they're completely planned. The Birdman migrates to the WWF. He had just come in late 86. This magazine is February, March 87, so probably came out in January of 87 or so. So yeah. So shortly after he got in there. I want to say he came in maybe in the fall of 86, maybe October, maybe September, maybe October. September, October, November, something like that. WWF's best and WWF's worst. Worst lies. Slickster the Trickster gets Reed ready. I feel like Butch Reed was Slick's first guy that was just his, that wasn't Classy Freddie Blastus beforehand. I could be wrong on that, but I'm not sure, and I think that is probably the first guy he had. Now, Butch Reed should have been in the WWF for a while. He was, he just had a lot going for him. He should have been in a lot longer. There he is. Some more from Butch Reed and the real Rockin' Wrestling Connections. Jimmy Hart, Outrageous Conduct. The Perfect Gift new hit album. I've never heard a song off it. I gotta look into buying that. I'm sure it's not great, but I should look into buying it. WWF Wrap Up. Here's them all around. Hogan also on is that maybe Joan Rivers when she got her own show? Not the Tonight Show anymore. And then you've got, what is that, Jesse the Body and Ricky Steamboat, looks like at a Cleveland game. And Wrestler's Rebuttal. The King Harley Race. The inside cover ad. And Brute. It Smells Like a Man. Alright, there is your February-March 1987 issue. Alright guys, another great issue. February-March 1987 build up to WrestleMania 3. What an exciting time to be a WWF fan. I know I was at the tender age of, 1987, I would have been 10. Because my birthday's in the very end of December of 76. So in 86, December of 86, I would have just turned 10. So I was just about 10 when this issue came out. I didn't have it back then, but I was full-blown WWF fan at that time. Okay, another great issue, February-March 1987. Next week, we take a look at the April-May 1986 issue, which is the last bi-monthly issue. Starting in June, they go monthly. But before I let you go, I'd like to ask you to please like, please comment, please share, and definitely please subscribe. I would love to have you back here on From the Pages of WWF Magazine and all my other shows on Collectors Entertainment Network. Okay, that's it. February-March 1987. Next week, we take a look at the April-May 1987 issue. But until then, have a good one.